the OTR SuperSprint has come to an end here in South Australia, bringing to an end a whole feast of racing over the last 2 to 3 months. Facebook Live down here in pit lane. Andy Jones alongside me, 1.5 metres apart. We found a piece of steel that does this. I promised you last night that it was going to be much busier than what it was. And looking right now at the Kelly cars, they're getting ready for Bathurst right now.
Right on cue, absolutely. You'd think that, what would you love to do after 2 consecutive weekends of racing at Tail and Bend? Well, some pit stop practice pre-Bathurst. So the day hasn't ended here for the guys at Kelly Racing. They've just done brake pad, brake disc and brake caliper changes while they've got their boom set up here in the pit lane. So the work never ends for these guys. I'm going to jump in here, Matty House, team manager here at Kelly Racing. Matty, are you happy with your lads' performances? What are you doing getting them working? Haven't they done enough in the last 2 weeks?
No, they haven't done enough. So, because we can't go back to the workshop and where we're going to prep the cars, we can't do pit stop practice. So while we're all set up here, we're just doing a bit of practice this Arvo and then we'll pack it all up.
Very nice work. Safe double handling on the boom as well, having to pull it down, set it back up. I just saw some calipers and some brake discs there, Matty.
Yeah. So
same setup that you had last year?
Same setup as last year, so that's the plan at the moment. So
okay, cool. Thanks for the insights. We'll leave him alone. They'll wrap it up. So you can see all the internal walling at Kelly Racing has all been pulled down. It's all been packed up, all been put in their trucks. Matt, you said we won't be content starved come today, but it looks like it's a bit of a ghost town down here.
Most of the teams have made the mad dash already to leave here. It's just the key personnel that are hanging around here now to pick up. Even some astute members at BJR just peeling off the tape that's used to guide them into the pit box. BJR's outlook for the weekend?
I would say Nick Percat looked all right at the end of today's race, but prior to that, they looked like they had a bit of a struggle yesterday, to be honest. Todd Hazelwood as well looked pretty racy. Macaulay Jones had a performance best qualifying here. He ended up 10th, I think, for that final race today. So overall, it wasn't too bad. Jack Smith, I think he just snuck into, he looked like he was 19th for that last and final race. So across the board, those guys, not too bad a job. Nick Percat particularly looked pretty solid at the end of the weekend.
So looking down, I'm really loving what I'm seeing down here at Walkinshaw Andretti United. These guys packing up ready for the 1000. It's going to be such a unique year, this one, isn't it? With no lead-up race. Key personnel that still haven't had a chance to have a run this year. We're going to see some scary stuff. We're going to see some issues, and we might see a surprise packet up there at the 1000.
Yeah, and I think the other part of that is that, as Scotty McLaughlin alluded to, he is the champion-elect already. That takes the heat off him, but conversely, it takes the heat off Jamie Whincup as well, and guys like this. I think it's going to be a ripper Bathurst 1000. I think 2020 has delivered some craziness so far, and I can't help but feel that when we go to Bathurst in a couple of weeks' time, that craziness is going to continue. And to your point about personnel, co-drivers, particularly are the big ones that are going to play an impact. The other part of it is that we're still reduced on team personnel and how many personnel are normally allowed to come to an event. So for an organisation that's a 4-car team, say like a Tickford or a Brad Jones Racing, they would normally take about 55, 60 odd people to Bathurst to run those 4 cars. And then if you look at a Walkinshaw Andretti United or a Penrite Erebus, to run those 2 cars, they'd normally be around about sort of 30 to 35 people. So they're going to be restricted this year. I think for a 2-car team, they're limited to 14 working people. So they're going to have to work within those confines, and I think it's going to be great.
I really like the fact that the 2-car scored its first podium. Probably wasn't going to be happening till later in the year, but it's going to mark 2 years since the Walkinshaw Andretti United team got together with Michael Andretti and Zach Brown. They could be in the mix there somewhere. I'm confident of that.
They'll definitely be in the mix, and I don't think it'll just be Chaz in the 25 either. I think Bryce has done a brilliant job this year. We've spoken to him quite a few times. He said that podium last weekend was unexpected, but even we spoke to him on the grid on Fox Sports 506 today. He lined up in 7th position. So the thing for me with Bryce is he has a down day, he has an up day, he has a down day, he has an up day. He's playing the rookie yo-yo, so to speak, in 2020, and that's part of the learning game for him. And even some days when you see him qualify really well, he gets his ears boxed around a little bit in the races, and all the rookies do for that matter. But he comes back and he learns from it, and he keeps coming good. So I quite like it, Matt. Let's get on the move again. Chaz Mostert and Warren Luff, though. You can't go. Luffy, for me, is the undisputed co-driver king.
He is.
He has the best record at Bathurst. of any of the co-drivers. He's been on the podium, so I'm not going to roll a number out. I'll leave that up to you.
Had a streak there, I think 3 or 4 in a row there.
Yeah, you're our stats man. But even if you look across the Paddock Enduro Cup, you know, he was teammates with Lowndesy. They won the Paddock Enduro Cup. He got out of Triple Eight. He went into what was Walkinshaw then, and he drove with Garth Tander. They became the Paddock Enduro champions as well that year. And the kicker for me was Warren Luff. Look at these two bandits running away. We should go and bomb them. Let's go and chase them down. Let's try and chase them down. Ready? Let's chase them down. No, only kidding. Cam Waters
wins the race and runs for the cameras.
How's the bloke? He chalks up his first Supercars race win in 2.5 years and doesn't want to talk to us. You know what Cam Waters is? He's a man of the people. So if anybody on Paddock Pass Live wants to comment on that, let's keep it above board. Let's keep it above board. But let's feel free to review him a little bit because he's had a win, and I think it'll take a little bit to take the wind out of his sails. Great day for Cam Waters.
Second weekend in succession, I've had repellent against drivers. It's a lone territory flag up there for Bryce Forward, so some of the locals have come down to celebrate his podium result. We head down to the busy end or business end of pit lane now. The champion-elect's car just taking it nice and easy right now. He's wrapped the championship up, means we've got a clear Bathurst to go on to now, and I like that.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm the same, you know, and we saw Ludo. Congratulations, Ludo. Well done. He's on the fire game. Let's go and have a... Hey, don't burn us, though. Hey, don't burn us, Ludo. We'll just have a quick chat with you. Congratulations on wrapping up another championship. Scotty is obviously the face of the team, but your performance and the work that you do behind the scenes is massive.
The whole team is massive. Let's face it. I think since we've put Scotty, us, and a couple of guys in the team, it's made a big difference, and none one without the others would be where we are. And the pit crew did a fantastic job in pit stop. You know, it's a teamwork.
No team is ever made up of one single person, is it?
No.
So let's look forward to Bathurst. We heard earlier Scott say the relief to be able to go to Bathurst with Slady. He envisages that this is going to be a crazy Bathurst 1000. How much does that excite you?
I'm not a big lover of Bathurst because it's always in the championship, and the achievement has got to be the championship. We lost nearly a championship with an engine failure in Bathurst, so it's a massive relief for me because it gives us an happiness in going at Bathurst with a big shot. We've got one of the best drivers in Bathurst, I believe. He's got some record down there, and no, it's a massive relief, and it's going to be very pleasurable for the spectacle because at the end of the day, we've crowded somebody which has won 12 races. How many races have we done this year so far? Real races we've done, 24, 25?
Yeah, we'll end
like
up
that.
at
So
31 before the year's
yeah,
out.
but there's 3 of them we didn't do, so
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? So somewhere is nearly at 50% of the win. So it's probably right that he's the champion. And going to Bathurst without having a championship to think of means that everybody has drawn a line and we go for Bathurst. Everybody, I mean, you can be second, but it's not important. Winning Bathurst is the next big trophy, and that's fantastic.
Absolutely, it is. One last quick question, quick answer for me. You mentioned Scotty's lap record up there. He is impressive at that place. Can we beat it this year, do you think, without that pressure? Is that the next target?
I promise. No, the target is to win Bathurst. We'll try. I promise you we'll try because I enjoy these special laps.
No doubt, no doubt. Thank you very much. Well done, Ludo, and everybody at Shell V-Power Racing.
One of the most animated guys. We love him in the paddock here too. Well done. 3 championships in succession. That is the championship winning car. We head to the mountain now. 3 weeks' time, an extra practice session. 7 hours of practice. Andy, can't wait.
I certainly cannot wait. There's something very cool about Bathurst, and this year will be a little bit different, but make sure that you tune in on Fox Sports 506 for all our coverage across such a big weekend. Paddock Pass Live has been brilliant again this weekend. Well done, Matt Nolte.
It's been great, South Australia, back-to-back weekends, but we now head to the spiritual home, Mount Panorama, 3 weeks' time for the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000. We'll see you there.